Welcome to our channel Study Hub 10th class. This is Shravan. Let us learn about coordinate geometry. So what does coordinate geometry deals with? It deals with points in a coordinate plane and it explains about the position of the points in the coordinate plane. Let us understand what is a coordinate plane. See friends, let us draw two lines. One is horizontal and one is vertical on a coordinate plane. Now this horizontal line we will consider it as x-axis and the vertical line we will take it as y-axis, and the joining of these two lines we will take it as origin, which is 0, 0. And by drawing these two lines we are dividing the plane into four equal quadrants: first, second, third and fourth quadrants. Now let us understand what is the importance of these quadrants. So I have said you the intersection point of x and y is 0, 0, which is considered as origin. And from here, if we go on this side, the value gets increased, which is 1, 2, 3. And in the same way, when we go towards y-axis, the same 1, 2, 3, and the value increases positively. And this is the opposite of x-axis. So we will consider it as negative x-axis. That is, the values are -1, -2 and -3. And here it is opposite to the y-axis. So this is considered as -1, -2, -3, and this is negative y-axis. So observe here in the first quadrant both the x and y coordinates are positive. So here we get positive, positive. So whenever we have a point with both positive coordinates, the point should lie in the first quadrant. And here the x value is negative and the y value is positive. So the points occurring in this are negative and positive. In the second quadrant, the points occurring are having coordinates negative x-axis, negative x coordinate and positive y coordinate. In the third quadrant, both are negative. So here negative, negative points occur. Here the x coordinate is positive and the y coordinate is negative, which is plus, minus. So now let us understand what is a point. So whenever we talk about point, we will write a point as p of x, y. So this x is the x coordinate and this y is the y coordinate. Now this x is the value on it is the distance of the point from the y axis. So this is also called as abscissa. So abscissa is nothing but the value of x coordinate which is away from the y axis, and y coordinate is the distance from the x axis. This is also called as ordinate. So the x coordinate is called as abscissa and the y coordinate is called ordinate. The x coordinate is the distance of a point from the y axis. The y coordinate is the distance of a point from the x axis. And now let us understand the points on the axis. Before that, let us see an example. If we take 2, 2, there is a point P of 2, 2. So here the x coordinate is 2. So as I have said you, x coordinate is distance from the y axis. So 2 we get here and the other 2 we get here. The intersection of these two is our required point P of 2, 2. So in this way we will plot any number, any point on the coordinate plane. Now let us understand about points on the axis. For example, P of x, 0, P of 0, y. See, observe, in this point the x coordinate is having value and the y coordinate is 0. So as the y coordinate is 0, there is no distance from the x axis, which implies the point always lie on the x axis. And here the x coordinate is 0. As I have already said you, x coordinate is nothing but distance from the y axis. As it is 0, the point always lie on the y axis. So remember simply here, any point with y coordinate 0 will always lie on the x axis, and every point with x coordinate 0 will always lie on the y axis. Let us find to calculate the distance between 2 points. For example, we have 2 points P of x1, y1 and Q of x2, y2. So how do we find the distance between these two? The length PQ is given as under root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So this is very simple, friends. Get the difference of the two x coordinates and square it, and get the difference of two y coordinates and then square it. So this is very simple. Let us check an example. Let us take a point 3, 2 and minus 2, 4. Okay. For example, we have these 2 points P, Q. So the distance between these 2 points P, Q is found out as under root of, this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2. So first we take the difference of x coordinate, which is minus 2, minus 3 whole square plus 4 minus 2 whole square. So friends, observe, minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5, minus 5 whole square is 25, and 4 minus 2 is 2, 2 square is 4. So the distance between PQ is under root of 29 units. Now let us learn to find the midpoint of 2 points. We have 2 points P of x1, y1, Q of x2, y2. So how do we find the midpoint of these two? The midpoint is given as, add both the x coordinates x1 plus x2 by 2, which is nothing but average. We are calculating the average of x coordinate and y coordinate. So the midpoint of any 2 points can be found out by using x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. So let us take other example, which is 3, 2 and 4, minus 6. Let us assume 3, 2 and 4, minus 6. Now the midpoint is, now the midpoint is 3 plus 4 by 2, 2 minus 6 by 2, which is 3 plus 4 is 7 by 2, minus 4 by 2, 2 ones, 2 twos, which is 7 by 2, minus 2. So the midpoint of these 2 points is 7 by 2, minus 2. Now let us find the centroid of a triangle with only vertices known, x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3. So what is a centroid? Centroid is nothing but a line drawn from a vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side, which is nothing but this one, and from here to the midpoint of the other side, and again from here to the midpoint of other side. So the combination of these 3 lines is nothing but the centroid. So how do we find this? We have vertices x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. So centroid is nothing but, take the average of x coordinate and again the average of y coordinate, which is nothing but x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. See, if you assume, if you observe, this is almost similar to the midpoint which we have learned before. The midpoint, there we are having only x1, y1, x2, y2, and we are adding x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Now here we have three coordinates, 3 points with x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. Then we are adding all the x coordinates divided by 3 and all the y coordinates divided by 3. Let us understand sectional formula. See, this is one of the most important formula of our coordinate geometry. So here we have 2 points P of x1, y1, Q of x2, y2. So the line joining PQ is divided by a point R. Let us assume in the ratio m1 is to m2. So this R is dividing PQ in the ratio m1 is to m2. So how do we find this point? Which is nothing but R of x, y is equals to this m1 into x2 plus m2 into x1 by m1 plus m2, comma, again we have finished with the x coordinates. Let us start with y coordinates. m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. So this is the very easy formula to find any point which is dividing the line joining any 2 points in the ratio other than 1:1. So here why I have taken about spoke about 1:1. See friends, before we have found there is a line PQ and we found out the midpoint of this one. So what is the midpoint? Midpoint means this is equidistant from this one and also equidistant from this one, which is it is dividing them in the equal ratio, which is we can consider it as 1:1. So if any point dividing a line joining 2 points in the equal ratio, then we can take it as midpoint. But here the R is not dividing them. See, this is bigger and this is smaller. So it is not dividing them in the equal ratio, which is nothing but this is not a midpoint. So to find this point we have this formula. Let us learn point of trisection. Here we have 2 points on the line PQ. So these 2 points are dividing this line into 3 equal parts, which we can say 1, 1, 1. So now if we want to find G or H, we again need to use the formula, sectional formula, which is M1 x2 plus M2 x1 by M1 plus M2, comma M1 y2 plus M2 y1 by M1 plus M2. So this formula we used to find G, and also this formula we used to find H. So now how we are doing this? See friends, here we have G. This is one part, and after G it is 2 parts. So what is G doing? G is dividing the line in the ratio 1, 2, which is 1:2. Okay. Now we have these points x1, x2, y1, y2, and we have the m1, m2 for G. Now if we substitute all those values, we will get the value of G. And if we need to find the H, for H, see, before H it is 2 parts and it is 1 part. So H is dividing the line in the ratio 2:1. So this is the point of trisection, where 2 points will divide the given line into 3 equal parts. So the first point will divide it in the ratio of 1:2, and the second point will divide in the ratio of 2:1. Let us learn how to find slope. Let us consider we have 2 points P of x1, y1 and Q of x2, y2. Now to find the slope of it, we have a simple formula, y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So the difference of y coordinates by difference of x coordinates in respective manner. So the slope of, for example, we have 1, 2 and 4, 6. So how do we find the slope of it? Slope is equals to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, which is 6 minus 2 is 4, 4 minus 1 is 3. So 4 by 3 is the slope of these 2 points. How do we find whether these 3 points are collinear or not? P of x1, y1, Q of x2, y2, R of x3, y3. We need to find whether these 3 are collinear or not. Now first understand what is collinearity. Collinearity means co means same, linear means line. These 3 points, if they lie on the same line P, Q, R, then these 3 points are said to be collinear. Now how do we prove that these 3 points are, how do we find these 3 points are collinear or not? Very easy. Find the slope of any 2 points, for example PQ, and if it is equals to the slope of other 2 points, which is QR. So the slope of 2 points, if it is equals to the slope of other 2 points, then we can say these 3 points are collinear. If this is not equal, then these 3 points are not collinear. So for finding whether the points are collinear or not, what we are doing? We are finding the slope of these 2 points and slope of these 2 points. If both are equal, then we can say the points are collinear. How to find the slope? Only before we discussed, again I will tell. So for finding the slope of PQ, we will consider y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Now for QR, which is y3 minus y2 by x3 minus x2. So if both of these are equal, the values, then these 3 points are collinear. Area of triangle is equals to half into x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. So this is very simple. Area, when we knew all the coordinates of the vertices, half into x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. So is this confusing? So if you find this as confusing, I will tell you a small technique. See, now let us write 1, 2, 3. So this is the order of occurring of numbers. So first, this is the order. See 1, 2, 3. After that, leave 1. What you see 2, 3. Then after that 1. See 2, 3, 1. Leave 2 again. What you see 3, 1. Then 2. 3, 1, 2. 3, 1, 2. So friends, these are some important concepts and important formulae of coordinate geometry. So in our next sessions, we will come up with the exercise problems. So please encourage us by subscribing to our channel. Thank you.